Hello and welcome on to episode 81 of the Dom Michele sponsored A View from Section C. Senior, we're titled the show's 4 Point Weekends are back, but we never previewed the Belfast game last week, so we're just totally disregarding the game last night.
Yes,
and it's still a 4 point week.
Yeah, it's that's a midweek game, so it doesn't account for a 4 point weekend.
Yeah.
So we're getting panicked.
Yeah, how are you? All right?
I'm okay, Junior. Yep.
Good.
I'm obviously on my lunch break again because it's back shift week. So it is a bit chilly in here. So as you can see, I've put my number 75 sweatshirt on.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, to be fair, I've got a wee T-shirt or something. It's got some daft wee signature on it. And you know what? See for this show,
right?
I'm going to put a hat on.
Interesting. Right. Interesting that we've both got 75 on. We play Sheffield Steelers on Sunday. What would be good? Imagine if we had Robert Dowd on this show.
Senior, you know what?
No.
See, because we were playing Sheffield on Sunday. I pulled it out the bag for you again. I did it again. We have the Sheffield Steelers captain and since the last show, GB captain, Robert Dowd.
Hey, fellas.
How you doing, mate?
How you doing, mate?
Good, boys. I'm good. See the merchandise got there just in time for the podcast, did it?
Yeah.
Listen, you know what? I can't do it.
You can't do it. You've done your bit now. Get it off.
Yep.
There you go. That's better. Bit of glue on you.
Off. Senior, you can keep yours on. I'm not having that.
Keeping mine on. I'm keeping mine on.
Dowdy, how you doing, mate? You all right?
I'm good, boys. I'm good. How's yourselves?
Yeah, fine.
We're
Thank
okay.
you so much for coming back on.
Yeah,
it's been a weird and wonderful season. You boys are romping away, yes.
Yeah, playing really well.
He's so modest
he's keeping it on. He's just so modest. Yeah, we're only about 40. We're only about 40 points clear, but yeah, you know.
No, never too high with the highs or low with the lows.
Yeah. Seriously though, do you think you guys have exceeded where you thought you would be at this point in the season, or did you sort of envisage the season going the way it has? Because the run that you guys are hitting recently is it's ridiculous, to be honest with you.
Yeah, we're playing some very good hockey. Obviously, we got some very, very good players in the team, and we've had a couple of good runs without defeats, and we've put ourselves in a very good position. Obviously, there's a lot of ice hockey to play still. A lot of stuff can happen, but I'm very happy personally in the spot we've put ourselves at this point of the season.
Yeah. For me, we've said it for the past few weeks now. We think the league's done as far as league winners are, Robert. I think honestly, you guys you've won the league, shall we say?
Not yet. You're trying to get me to jinx it here. You're trying to coax it out of me. You're trying your best.
It's not until that sees next to you. We did joke the other week when we put up obviously the standings and we saw the X was next to the name already, and I was like, Jesus Christ, there's one team that's playoff qualified already, and the rest of us still all battling it out.
Yeah.
But no, it's like you said, mate. It's you've got four players that are in the 40 plus points already. Yourself on 35, and then another 3 guys who are 30 plus.
Yeah,
that's just unreal.
Yeah, we were going through them, and we are. I think, like you said, I think we're about 6 guys that are a point a game or near enough a point a game. And it's not as if it's all those guys are on the first or the second line. We've had guys the whole season through the roster from the fourth line to the first line, all scoring consistently. And normally, you'll know, as a bog standard hockey team, you'll have 2 lines that score goals, and then 2 lines that'll go out there and hold and do a very good job. But this year we've had 4 lines that have scored goals, so it's not as if a team can play us and think, right, we shut down that 1 line and we're good. Mm-hmm. Even if they shut down 2 lines, they've still got 3 and 4 that can still score a couple of goals a night and get teams in a world of trouble. So I think just the depth that the organisation have put together this year is very good.
Yeah. And I think even defensively, I think arguably you've got the best net minder in the league.
Yeah. Green is fantastic. Yeah. He's fantastic.
That helps.
It was last week in Guildford. Guildford played a really good game, and if I'm honest, we were lucky to come away with that win. But he made a couple of saves in the last few minutes. Anyone else, it's a goal. 2-on-1s and breakaways, and guy had an empty net on the back door, and his glove come from nowhere and kind of caught the puck. And I was on the ice at the time, and you kind of put your stick on your knees like fuck as he goes to put it in the empty net, and then it was in his glove, and you were like, totally knew that was going to happen. You kind of get off.
Be fair, I think we've had that a few times this year, having Carr in the goal. There's been a few times where we've thought, shit, and then you think like last season, even maybe the season before, and you think, that's been buried every time. But now you've got someone that is...
You got someone like that behind you that you trust, and all of a sudden they can pull one when they shouldn't save it, when they really shouldn't save it, and they save it. It gives you life, and it gives you a little bit of a boost going in to the next period or whatever.
I think the thing for me, mate, is that, and I'm not saying in years by about the discipline, but this season, Steelers' discipline in terms of penalties has been unreal. Your top penalty minute taker is Saucerman with 44. That's it. Top penalty taker. You've only been short-handed 113 times in 41 games or something. Yeah,
no clue. But to be honest, and our penalty kill is very good as well. You've got a few guys in there who we've scored a lot of goals on the kill, which is mental, which is absolutely mental. But they've put together a fantastic team.
It's for everyone else it's shit. But for your guys' sake, and obviously the Steelers fan base, it goes to show you, obviously, last and I would say that last couple of seasons, you have always been there and thereabouts, challenging for stuff. But
it's been frustrating to play in the last couple of years because we've been there, but not quite got it over the line.
But fell away. But this year, and we spoke about it a couple of weeks ago, Senior, at the rink, it seems to be that this year you have kept quite a good nucleus of players, and just maybe threw in those 3 or 4 new guys to build on what it was last year. But to be romping it as much as you are, it's kind of good to see Belfast not doing it for once.
They've struggled. They've been real. They're Jekyll and Hyde, aren't they? Some games you watch them and you're like, whoa, that's the Belfast of last year. They're very, very good. And then other games, they'll drop a game and you're like, where did that come from? They'll drop a game and not by just a couple of goals, by a bunch. So it's one of those where consistency in this league, that's why it's so hard to win. It's so hard to win. You can put together a juggernaut, but to keep it consistent over 60 games is so hard. It's so hard.
And you're right. Like we're saying that everybody sort of tends to laugh at Belfast. They've sort of fallen away slightly this year, yet they pumped Dundee 6-2 last night. And that's the kind of team that they've got.
And Dundee are a good side this year. And that's what's scary about this league. We talked about it last time I was on here. You always used to have a couple of teams you'd play when I first started playing years ago, 15, 16, 17 years ago. So, when I first come in, you always had like your Edinburgh and people like that was a layup. You knew that night a couple of guys could take the night off and you were going to pump them. It didn't matter. But now you can't go into someone's building and have 3 of your top players kind of not giving it or you're going to lose. You're going to lose. It's not as if it'll be a close game. You'll lose.
Yeah,
like our losses this year. Our losses this year. Who have we lost to? 5.
Not us.
5. Cardiff, Guildford. Who else? Anybody else? But it's not as if it's like one team and we're going head to head.
Yeah.
And I think at the time when Fife beat us, Fife might have been bottom or second bottom.
Yeah,
when they took points off us.
Would have been. Yeah, I think they would have been. But because even I seen a stat the other day that to get in the playoffs last year, the 8th place team had 35 points. Every team's above 35 points now. Like I think Stars are sitting, I think it's at either 40 or 42.
42.
Yeah.
And I'm still concerned that we may miss out. Because I think of all the teams together, we've got the hardest running.
Listen, we'll be fine. Clan are shite. Right. They've defensively they're terrible. Their coaches have got a clue. And they've got 2 rats playing for them, so we'll be fine.
Yeah. So
do you not like the Clan then? I take it.
No.
Okay.
Depends on where they're from that week. They've got about 100 cities that they come from now.
So Dowdy, you're up here again on Sunday.
Aye.
What have you made of the Dundee squad this season?
Very good offensively. You cannot sleep on them. There's that line. Go on, remind me of that.
Yeah, Harms, Valentini, and Nas.
Yes, Nas, Valentini, very, very good offensively. You can't have a shift off because they'll score a goal. Very, very good offensively. And like you said, you've got Kazi in net. Again, tough to break down. If he's having a night, you can have a night of shooting 45 pucks and only 2's going to squeak past him. Do you know what I mean? 1, 2. So again, use a solid again.
Because the one for me that's came out in no place is Spencer Nass. He was at Savannah last year.
Very good player.
He knew Spencer Dorovitz, who played in Dundee. He's top goal scorer in the league.
He's now the outright goal scorer with 28 goals in 42 games.
Just in league play or woof?
Yeah, just in the league.
That's impressive.
0 penalty minutes.
He has none. No one's even tripped over his stick or something by accident.
None in the league this year.
Nothing. He's got 0 penalty minutes. It's ridiculous.
I've never had a season like that ever.
Cue Toby Craig listening to this tonight. And penalty on Sunday.
Toby's going to give him one. Go on, Tobbs. Go on, Tobbs. Give him one. Okay, give him the 2 and then give him the old cowboy 10 first. Because he says, what? Oh, 10. You're gone.
You're gone.
You're gone. What did I do? I said, what was that? Exactly. Go on, Tobbs.
But 0 penalty minutes.
No way. That's not a real stat. That can't be.
Everybody speaks about it, especially because he is on the ice so much. That plays a lot of minutes for us.
And he doesn't play it lightly. Like he'll throw a hit and stuff like that. Like he's not scared. Yep. He plays the game.
Yeah.
And then so top outright goal scorer with 28 goals in 42 games, and then you've got the correct better Valley, who is outright point scorer in 51 in 41 games.
Disagree with you on that, but all right.
Thought you might just a little bit there. But that line, as you say,
that line's electric.
You take that shift off.
Yeah, they'll punish you. And that's what I mean. So you take all it needs is a 5-minute lapse, and you guys can score a couple of goals, and then if you have your Tendy as a night, you can steal a game off anybody.
Yeah,
doesn't matter. No, we spoke about it. Was it the summer the last time I was on, and we were kind of looking ahead to the season.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
But I think from our perspective, I think Junior will agree. I think we, as a club, I think we'll struggle to hold on to these guys. It would be great, like what Sheffield have done this season. You've kept the
Yeah.
nucleus from
Well,
last season and just tweak every so often, 2 or 3 maybe.
yeah.
But I think we'll struggle to hold on to these 3 anyway.
And it depends what they want to do. Because if you think a lot of guys come to this league, and if they have good numbers, they want to use it as a stepping stone to get to Austria or wherever they want to go to next. A lot of people, when they first leave North America, they'll come here and they like it because it's English speaking. So it's not so much of a cultural change. But then if they can use this, because now, before, if you go back 10 years ago, if imports come to this league, they weren't jumping from this league to Germany or something like that, because our league didn't have the kind of the precedent and the talent pool it's got now. So the German scouts or teams would have looked at this resume and went, England, like, Britain, no, like, we're not going to look. Where now players are jumping from this league to some very top leagues in Europe.
Yeah.
So people see this as like a good stepping stone if they want to go and try their luck in Germany or somewhere like that. They think, oh, well, I'll ease myself into European hockey I'll go to Britain, English speaking. That'll be nice.
Yeah.
Have a good year there, and then we'll see if we move on. It all depends if those boys want to move on or not, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, definitely. But obviously we play each other on Sunday. You guys are at home Saturday to Manchester. And we've got them away on the Friday. So obviously we'll try and tire them out just that little bit for you guys, obviously.
Cheers, mate.
And hopefully they do us the favour on Saturday. But obviously Manchester are a bit funny this year as well. They're the least goals for average in the league. But obviously
Have they?
Yeah, on average they've scored the least amount of goals in the league. They've only got 2 guys.
They all score against us. It always turns into a battle, especially in their ban. It turns into an absolute battle.
Well, that's always like that.
Turns into a battle.
Well, so you played GB in that with Critchlow. And obviously the guy Heinum is their top goal scorer this year as well.
I think I just saw that, haven't they signed him back for next year as well? I think they've managed to keep hold of him.
Yeah. So coming in Saturday, what are you expecting from Storm?
More of the same, to be honest. They play a physical game against us. A lot of teams, to be honest, have. They'll play a physical game against us, and especially in our building, they'll try and make it more of a turkey shoot and try and mix it up a little bit, and then hopefully hit us on the break a couple of times. It's because in our building, especially, I think we're pretty good because it's a big surface, and we've got a lot of guys that can skate well. So teams try and muddy the waters a little bit and mix it up, and then try and hit us on the break or get one of us to do something silly, like whack them and then hit us on the power play.
Yeah. You say that that bigger rink for you guys, but then obviously they've got that almost Fife-esque rink. Just a little bit better than Fife. Not much better, but it's a little bit better than Fife.
Fife's ice is always nice. Fife is big, solid surface. I don't mind the actual surface in Fife because, again, it's a decent size. But at Manchester, the ice gets a bit chewed up, so it's a bit like whack a puck sometimes because the puck's bobbling everywhere.
Yeah. Dowdy, we always do a prediction for the game. So, what's your score prediction for Sunday?
Oh.
Now, you're obviously going to have to go that you guys are going to win.
4-2 Sheffield. And I'm saying that because I think it'll be tight. I think it'll be 3-2 and you'll push at the end and we'll get one towards the end.
Yeah, is that you predicting you're going to score an empty netter?
No. Here we go. Here's a prediction. On out the bat. Last 5 minutes, you'll be pushing everybody forward. You'll be pushing everyone forward before you've pulled the tendy. You'll be kind of chucking the house at us because you'll want to try and get it back before pulling the tendy, and I think we'll sneak one then.
Yeah. Yeah.
My only thing is, I think every time that I seem to have looked at the scores with Steelers and Stars this year, it always seems to read Steelers 5, Stars 1. It
Does
just,
it?
yeah, it's not always, but I think the last couple of games have been 5-1, 5-1.
He just keeps looking at the same one. He doesn't know how to go to the next game.
Doesn't know how to go to the next screen. Keeps looking at the old score. That's only happened once, senior.
Oh my God! And it's really ironic. It's the same guys that score at the same time.
Every time. And it says something like December 23rd or something like that on the score sheet. Weird.
Oh my God. But,
Stojanovic played well that night.
but, yeah, before you go, we'll quickly ask you, GB camp games. Obviously, we've now progressed to the next kind of what's the next
qualifiers? Olympic qualifiers, the next round, yeah.
The qualifiers next round. Tough ones coming up.
Yeah, in the Worlds, you're talking about all the qualifiers.
The qualifiers.
Yeah, very tough. But the great thing about that team, we've surprised a lot of people in the last few years. I like being an underdog. It's nice being an underdog going into those. There's no pressure on you. Go and upset some people.
Yeah, and enjoy it, isn't it? There'll be pressure. You guys will put yourself under pressure, but
100%.
There's probably no media pressure, anything like that.
No,
just go
absolutely.
And enjoy it and see what happens.
It was very different for us, I think, the last year, because with this Olympic qualifiers we've just played, and also the World Championships we played in Nottingham, we were heavy favourites. Well, not heavy favourites in the World Championships. We were favourites with Italy in the World Championship. But then, obviously, this Olympic qualifiers, we were heavy favourites. We haven't been in that position for a while because we've been mixing it with the big boys for the last 2-3 years. So we've not had that pressure. We've just had the pressure of, go out and upset some people. Where having that pressure of you're a favourite, right, now go and hold it, I think that was an adjustment for some of the guys that have only been in the team the last 3 years. Yeah. Where obviously older guys like myself that have been on the team a while, we had that pressure back 5-6 years ago when we were trying to get promoted. But the younger guys, it was different for them because they were used to just trying to mix it up and skating with the big boys. Yeah. Where it gets a bit choppier, the hockey, and there's a lot less flow to it in these games that we've just played. But it'll be good fun.
Yeah, and also captain, surprise appointment, or did you think it was going to be yourself?
I don't like to think, kind of assume it was going to be me, but I knew I'd be in the running with it. I'd obviously Richie from Cardiff. I thought Richie might have got the C. Absolute honour and a privilege. Like that's childhood dream stuff when you're playing on the drive and stuff like that. I had the old shirt from years and years back. My brothers all played GB and stuff like that. My older brothers, so having those GB shirts on as a kid, taping a seat in my chest when I'm playing in the garden, thinking, it's pretty cool, man. It was a really cool experience. Obviously, my dad pinched my shirt from me right away. He come down to the games. And after that last game, he kind of come down and I was like, "You all right?" And he's like, "Yeah. Where's your shirt?" I'm like, "It's in laundry." He's like, well, "Give me it then." I was like, "Oh, sorry."
Okay.
So, seniors because he wondered where it went.
Yeah.
That's where this was all leading.
But we are going to start a petition for next GB call-ups for a certain Dundee Stars captain to be included in that roster in Dryden Dow.
Has Dow got his pass?
I think he's. I don't know, but I thought he would have. I think he's been here a few years now, but I don't know the process that you have to go through.
He's also married now, so.
I get it. I don't know if he's got his pass. Absolutely, he's a great player, fantastic player.
Let's get him his pass.
Yeah.
Let's start
Let's
it.
get him
We'll
his
start the
Go for me.
application now.
You just need his
Sure.
date of birth, his password, his child of dog name,
That's it.
and we'll start the whole visa process.
Yeah,
We'll
we'll
get
just
it.
pause the right. We'll
We'll
pause
get
the
my
rest of the
passport.
show.
Aye,
And the captain of the country says it's a goal.
aye,
Match
There we
sound.
go. That's it. Sorted. Dowdy, again, thank you for your time. I know you're a busy man.
No problem, boys.
We'll see you on Sunday. We will be giving you some abuse. You will be called a wee
Of
dick.
course. Aye,
So
I am not.
Aye. Safe journey up on Sunday. And we'll see you
Thanks,
at the right
boys.
bet.
Appreciate it.
All right.
See you Sunday,
Thank you,
lads.
buddy. See you soon.
See you, Dowdy. See you, mate.
Ta-ra.
So there is GB captain and Sheffield Steelers captain Robert Dowd.
Yeah. We're pulling
Senior,
out the
we've
bag
also-
again, Junior. We're pulling out the bag again.
What can I say?
It's
I'm just...
not just the last time Dowdy was on, it was just Sheffield Steelers, Robert Dowd. Now we've got the captain of Sheffield and the captain of GB on a view from Section C.
Yeah.
Happy days.
So we've obviously had to switch it around a little bit, the segments this week. So we are currently in the Liam Mean Tattoo sponsored game preview, and we're just quickly wrapping that up. Senior, we said that Storm tomorrow night, because obviously this is Thursday. Storm tomorrow night, Friday, away to Altrincham, not Manchester.
Yeah.
What is your prediction?
Come on, Junior.
Tough one down there.
It is a really tough one, and I think it'll be tougher being a Friday night for some reason. I don't know why. I just think we were in Belfast last night. We probably had maybe a skate this afternoon, maybe, and then they're into another game. I would have probably preferred it to be the Saturday. I think we're going to struggle, I could see it going to. I could see it going the whole way, whether it's overtime or penalties. I'll stick my neck out and I'll say it's going to be 3-2 Stars.
3-2 Stars.
It's going to be really tough in there.
Yeah, I'm actually going to go 6-4 Storm. I think they're going to score late and then score an empty netter. But I think it's going to be a high-scoring game, to be honest. I know I just said there that they're the lowest average goal-scoring team, but Friday night, shitty right.
I know.
I think it's going to be a big one.
It's you know what? We said last week, and we'll probably touch on it when we do the games for last week, that we thought Glasgow was probably the biggest game of the season. Now we've got that out of the way. This one now becomes the biggest game of the season, because it's everybody that's in around way. But Friday night in Manchester,
Altrincham.
Yeah, it's going to be really tough. I think if we come out of there with something, I'll be happy. I'd be delighted if it's the 2 points. If it has to be one, then I'll take it. Yeah, but we cannot come out of there with nothing.
No, we can't. Steelers on Sunday.
Yeah.
5-1 Sheffield.
Come on, since I said it, go for it. Just go for it. But I really hope that the guys, because we've played Sheffield quite a few times this season now, right? And Sheffield they seem to get going against us right off the bat.
Yeah.
I'd like to see the way we came out against Glasgow. I'd like to see us coming out like that against Sheffield.
Yeah.
Right, and just turn the tables on them. Sheffield done it to us. Remember the last time they were up here? They just fucking blew away. I'd like to see us trying that against them and just see what happens. See if we could get them not playing the game that we know they could play. Let's upset that wee dick, get in about them, and just fucking rail them. Yeah. I don't care how he comes on this podcast.
Because you fucking paid for all his merchandise. That's how. The wee dick actually stole my prediction. I was actually going to say 4-2 Sheffield as well. And again, like what he was saying, I think that we're going to be pushing, and then they're going to score that fourth one.
Come on.
Look,
see for me, Junior, just be in the game as long as possible. and see what happens. That's it.
Yeah. So that is our game preview. We will now look back at last week's games. Before we do, obviously, we would have spoke about it at the start of the show, but obviously, with Dowdy coming on, Dowdy did a lot of work at the Best of Britain camp and stuff with this guy, close friends with him and stuff. So it is just our condolences and all of our thoughts go to Keno's family and friends and everyone at Coventry Blaze, from the coaching team to the players, to the backroom, the higher up in the office, the management as well. Absolutely tragic thing. And like you say, we've seen it all over social media the last kind of couple of days, with links to NHS and to speak out. The Tigers have obviously done Andy's Man's Club over the last couple of seasons and their tops and stuff. We said it before, we'll say it again. Speak out. If you need help, speak out. You're not alone. There's more than you go through it.
It's tragic. Absolutely. 33. 33. Terrible.
And it's funny because thinking about it, Senior, it's going to be so strange looking at that Coventry bench now.
And not seeing him.
It is. Although it was a wee bit of a chirp at him, it was an affectionate wee chirp. He was a wee Ed Sheeran on that bench, as Billy said one game, and it just stuck with us at the rink. It's going to be.
It'll not be the same. It'll not be the same. No. There, as I say, there's been a few things happened this season. This is probably one of the worst seasons that we've had for a long, long time. We things that have happened tragic, absolutely tragic. 33-year-old. I think Keno had a young family as well. So I just echo what you said. Condolences to his family, his friends, everybody at the Coventry Blaze. To Danny, we got on well with Danny. There'll be a lot of people suffering now. A lot of people.
Same age as me. I'm 33 this year. That's what hits me when I seen it. I was like,
that's what hits me. That's what hits me.
So again, our condolences to everyone in the hockey world, the Coventry family as well, but mainly Keno's family, that our thoughts on that are with them. So moving back.
Back to the future.
Club, 51 Club sponsored game review. So obviously we did play the Coventry Blaze on Saturday night. Stars got off to a quick start through the top goal scorer in the league, Spencer Nass, assisted by Valentini and Xavier Pouliot on his debut at 107. Danny Crystal equalised for the Blaze at 46-21, but then Ryan Valentini with the game-winning goal, assisted by Pouncey and Johnson at 51-04. There was a bit of a controversial ending, Senior. However, we'll fucking take it.
Never in.
Hey, it cost him the game, that.
I went back to them on that. I said, it never cost you the fucking game. It would only got used to overtime. You know what I mean? How could it have cost them the game? You're 2-1 down, you score. How does that make you win the league? You're getting 2 points for a goal nowadays down there. Get a grip. But it was very controversial, wasn't it?
But listen, that's the thing with the goaling technology is I've got to have all the camera angles for it to prove that it's in. It's not conclusive.
We have said that before when we've had no goal line technology at Dundee. If there's a controversial issue that happens during the game and we've not got the technology, then we cannot complain about it. Coventry can't complain. They're the team that has to put it in. If they needed a camera above overhead, then put one in. If you can't put it overhead, then there's nothing you could do. But even from the one from behind the goal, it looks like it's well in. I'll be honest.
The funny thing about it was obviously they called a goal on the ice. It's inconclusive. It should be what they call the ice is. But unless someone else, either the linos are at an angle and I've seen the puck and they can see the line from the angle they're at, and went, no, I could see that the puck wasn't fully over the line from where I was, then who knows?
Yeah.
But
I'll tell you,
very strong to go back on that.
Credit to Dryden.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Because
swipe it and go.
Swipe it and go. Yep, because it was one movement and it was so quick that it then puts the seed of doubt into people's mind, and that's what he's done.
Yeah.
He's just put that seed of doubt in there. So, yeah. Whereas maybe if it went in, he could have went, oh shit, and just stood back and let it happen, but he didn't. So yeah, but great result, absolutely great result.
Senior, you had us losing in overtime down there. I had us losing 4-2.
Yeah.
Then came back for the Philippe Sonch homecoming, his first game back in Dundee after leaving in the summer. And it couldn't have went any better for him. So, Stars, again, quick start at 1:37. My boy, James Phelan, with the Stars' first goal, assisted by Ronaldo and Britton. Jake Elmer made it 2 on the power play with an absolute beauty on the top shelf, assisted by Johnson and Pouncey. Stars made it 3 through Spencer Nass, assisted by Big Sexy Vilio. Josh Britton again with his second, 11:53. Spencer Nass made it 4, assisted by Dowd and Valentini at 16:29. Mike Pellick at 17:06 pulled one back for the Clan just before the end of the first period. Ryan Valentini with the only goal of the second period after what was a very offensive first, with just seconds to go in that second period. Assisted by Nass and Harms, 39:33 on the power play. Sonch got that goal at 41:54, and Gary Hayden got Clan's third at 44:49 on the power play to give them a little bit of hope. But then Carter Johnson at 54:26, assisted by Big Sexy, Vilio and Elmer. And then Anthony Rinaldi at 56:11, assisted by Britton and Craig Moore, giving Stars a deserved 2 points, 4-point weekend, 7-3 win.
Get it up them. Put back in their box again.
You know what, Senior? It was a massive scoreline.
Oh, massive. Right. Now, looking at that, right, and Sonch had 1+1. So, was he really the man of the match? And then kind of that was us doing some shithousery, because I didn't think he really done. Of
course it was.
He was their man of the match, right? I thought Jordan Cowney was absolutely outstanding for them. I thought Cowney had a fantastic game. Overall, I thought we blew them away. We sat back. We got punished a wee bit. Mark then reads the riot book, and then we come out and then we put them back in their box again. Yeah. Great performance overall. Great result. And it was good to see so many different players getting on the score sheet again.
Well,
they're getting spread about again.
Listen, Senior, that first line, that one and only line we've got, must have about 8 or 9 players on it now.
Yeah.
Because the amount of scorers and assists on that weren't in the first line, back in your box, son. I think, for me...
I feel sorry for their netminder, eh? And I know he's left. There's obviously...
He's not there anyway. He's not their netminder now.
No. Nah. But I felt sorry for Lindskog, right? Because we've said it, you've certainly said it umpteen times. Their defence is shite, right? Offensively, going forward, they look as if they could score every time, right? But defensively, they are rank rotten. And they do not help their netminder. What else doesn't help them is the coach doesn't know who his number one netminder is.
Yeah.
He's had 3 netminders in there, and he keeps chopping and changing. I think Lindskog's gone now. If they bring in a young Brit, then the Finnish guy is going to be there at the end of the season. He's their number one netminder.
Yeah.
I can't see them going and getting another import. But for us, streets ahead. Absolutely streets ahead.
Defensively, they're terrible, and that's what happens when you've got a pineapple on your head for a fucking haircut. By the way, I seen him again on Tuesday night when I was at the same bus stop walking to my hotel.
You know what's really ironic, Kim, and we're speaking more about the Clan here, but see when you read the comments, right, about the Glasgow Clan defence, when the Clan fans are saying he's their best D-man.
I know.
Now, if you look at maybe Glasgow last season when he played, he was no place near being their best D-man.
Two years ago.
2 years ago. So the last time he played, right, he was no place near their best D-man.
No.
And now he is. What does that tell you?
Yeah. For me, though, the game itself, I thought we were outstanding the first period. I then thought the second period, it was almost like we just tried to sit in, soak up a bit of pressure, get through it, and then third period, we'll just play hockey again. But even then, I think in the third period, or for spells of the third period, I thought we struggled again. We just couldn't get going. So I think certainly first period, we were all over them. Second and third was a lot more even game, but I think it's because we just couldn't get going again after that break.
I think we allowed that to happen. And I think we sat back in the second, which is understandable. I honestly, because I think I said it to you, I thought the third period, we'd have blown them away again.
Yeah.
I thought we got the 4-0 or 4-1, and then we'd sort of contain them, see what the score is at the end of the second, let's see what happens, and then we'll go again. But I think they scored really quick, and then they scored again. And it was like, whoa, wait a minute, this is not what's meant to happen.
Yeah.
But then once Mark called the timeout, I think it was an even game, but then it started tilting back towards us. There was only ever going to be one winner, and that was us.
Yeah. So, Senior, you did predict the Stars win of 5-3, so you got their goals right. I did predict an overtime win for the Clan, so thankfully got that wrong. Reverse psychology worked again for Junior this weekend.
Get out of here.
Obviously, we did play again last night down in Belfast, so we'll just quickly go through this. So, Matt McLeod, 8:52, put Belfast 1-0 up. Ben Lake at 9:41. Spencer Nass, assisted by Harms and Valentini, pulled one back for the Stars at 11:03. Travis Brown, 15:21, made it 3-1 just before the end of the period. Our old pal Goodwin on the score sheet again against with 28 seconds into the second period. Chris Mackay with an unassisted goal at 30:44 was the end of the scoring in that period. Matt McLeod got his second at 52:30, and then Cameron Pound at 59:26 rounded off the scoring for the Giants. What was a tough game, both scoreline wise and also physically, with two fights in Mr. Josh Britton dropping the gloves and Carter Johnson with an instigator penalty.
I didn't even want to fucking hang about on this game, to be honest with you, because I didn't expect it to be as bad as that. Scoreline wise, I thought it would have been a wee bit closer. But speaking about the fights, right, there's a coming together at the buzzer. Jacob Friend drops the gloves.
With that one.
Shock. Feelings are amongst it. Shock. So Josh Britton and Friend are together. And if you watch it, Friend drops the gloves. Josh has still got his gloves on.
To be fair, no, that's not an instigator. The two of them,
then I can.
Britton grabs him and gives him a couple of wee digs. And Friend goes, no, fuck it, let's go then. I think he's just expecting Britton to drop the gloves because he's kind of ragdolling him in a way. For me, it's not. I saw Nairn tweet about it and stuff. I don't think it's an instigator.
I must admit though, right? I'm hoping Josh doesn't keep dropping the gloves, right? No, honestly, because he didn't throw a punch, till they'd actually hit the deck. I think he was just trying to hold in there and hope for the best. Josh Britton's no fighter now, right?
No.
He was maybe when he was a bit younger, when he was playing down in Cardiff a few years of that ago, then maybe because he's size and that. But now, I didn't like Josh playing that role. I like the way he plays the game, but I didn't want Josh dropping the gloves. I really didn't.
It also, just for you saying that, also reminds me of Chris Mackay and people on about, Chris Mackay, he needs to throw a big hit on somebody. Like, he needs to fucking hit him. Listen, Chris Mackay hits somebody, he's getting kicked out the game. Let's be honest, right? It's happened so much. The same as happened with Alan. The exact same thing happened with Kyle Haas. The name, he's had a couple of bans now. He hits somebody, they're looking for the major, kicking him out the game. I get it. He needs to be on that physical edge. Just don't need to make hits. Just no shit. Like, get him out away from the goalie, whatever. Just be there, assertive.
Yeah, that's it. And I'm probably one of the guys that say that, I wish you'd just, when people come together, I wish you'd drop the gloves and let's see what he's about. I really want to see what. Yeah,
it's more the hit side of it. Like, just fucking nail him.
I think with Chris is he's that big, and as soon as he goes up, then that's it. He's above everybody, and he's hitting people's heads.
This is my
which
point.
Then leads us on to what happened with Carter Johnson. I don't care what Belfast commentators say. I don't care what the Belfast fans are saying. That is not a clean hit. That is an elbow to the head.
Yeah,
maybe he never meant it. He maybe never meant it, but he did.
You only see it once, and at full speed, and there's no kind of zoom in on it. There's nothing, no other angles. It's not slowed down. There's nothing to see. As soon as I seen it first thing, I thought he's went in, and again, I think it is accidental. I don't think it's to the head. I think he's just expecting to go through him, but his momentum did that, and he's went right into the head of Paratino and wiped him out.
But yeah, I've not seen.
CJ.
I'd need to go and watch the highlights because I've not seen the aftermath. I've seen the hit. Gail Fraser put it up. She sent me a private message with the clip of the hit, and we were in agreement. We think it's an elbow to the head. Whether it's a check to the head is maybe a wee bit, but there is contact with the head.
Yeah,
but I need to watch. I need to watch the highlights because I want to see Johnson doing what he done.
Yeah, so big CJ stands over him, waits on him getting up, drops the gloves, leathers him, falls to the deck.
Yeah,
well done, big CJ. Hats off to you, mate.
Yeah.
So league standings as of today. So Nottingham still bottom. However, they are catching up. 35 points through 39 games. They've still got a number of games in hand on Fife. And 2 games in hand on Glasgow. They win those 2 games, they go above them. So Fife in 9th, 36 through 43. I'm not even going to say whether Fae Clan, 39 points through 41. Then it is us, Storm, and Coventry, all tied on 42 points, 7th, 6th, and 5th. We have played 42. Manchester played 41. Coventry played 40. Guildford, 45 points through 41 games in 4th. Giants starting to create a wee bit of a gap between 3rd and 5th place. 50 points to 41. Cardiff caught up on those 2 points on Sheffield by beating them last weekend. 59 points through 40 games. And Sheffield, the only team currently to have qualified for the playoffs with that wee dick, Robert Dowd. 71 points through 40 games. And as we've already said it, he's not accepting it, but they've won the league already.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's where we stand.
I'm worried, Junior.
Senior. Oh, you're worried? Nah, I'm not worried yet. No worried yet. No worried yet.
The running for us is difficult.
Glasgow's is worse.
I'm not too sure. We've still got to go to Belfast again, and I think we'll have to go to Sheffield again. So
I'm not worried.
Yeah,
I'm not worried. Right, Senior, just to ease your fears a wee bit right here, okay?
Okay.
We're gonna have a wee quick look at the game centre for the Stars for the month of March, because we're in March now. So we've got...
Go on then.
So obviously we'll come into it on next week's show, but we've got one game the following weekend, which is Coventry at home. Nottingham at home.
Right, we'll say 2 points. 2 points from Coventry.
Nottingham at home.
2 points.
Guildford at home.
1 point.
Away. Glasgow away.
0.
Belfast away.
0.
Glasgow away.
0.
Manchester at home.
2 points.
Cardiff away.
0.
And Fife home and away. And that's it.
I thought with Sheffield for some reason.
Aye, Sunday.
Right.
So, Senior, it's in our hands, this one. It's
definitely. Definitely in our hands.
I'm no concerned, mate.
Me and Hunty are concerned.
Well, you can be concerned, but Senior, it is time for your good, bad, and the ugly.
The unrehearsed good, bad, and ugly, as usual. And I can't even mind what my good was. The good is obviously the 4-point weekend last weekend. We did say that the season gets defined at certain intervals of the way through, and to go into Coventry and pick up the 2, and then to put Glasgow in their place with another 2 points was a really, really good weekend and a much needed boost after we'd had so many losses. The bad, I'm going to say the bad is last night. I just didn't expect that. Honestly, did not expect us to get beat 6-2. And the ugly is me, because I'm concerned.
Well, we know that you're ugly.
The ugly is the league standings. And I've said that so many times throughout the season. Everybody is so tight in there. And as you say, Nottingham, if they win their games in hand, I think they go 1 point behind us. And they'll...
I'm not concerned.
But also, the ugly could have probably been taken for last night as well as the hit. I think it's an ugly hit. But
Senior, I've been waiting to play this for weeks, but I didn't think anyone's going to fuck up doing it. So, because Clan have released, or the goalie's now left Clan, I can now play.
What's the goalie doing, Tom? What's the goalie doing?
Who's the chance? What's the goalie? What's the goalie doing?
What's the goalie doing, Tom?
He's left. That's what he's done. He's packed his bag. He's thought, Morgan, away you fuck. Pull me after 3. See you later.
I even thought for the ugly to put Billy McGuinness's Lucas Brine song in.
Lucas, you're so fine. Lucas Brine, you blow my mind. Hey, Lucas.
Oh
my
God. Absolutely brilliant.
But anyway, moving on. There is no gloves off sponsor junior versus senior this week, because we had our guest and we knew we were going to be cutting it fine for time with him in senior's break. So we are just going to give our sponsors a nice wee shout out. So gloves off, it's happy birthday to them. So to celebrate the brand's 10th birthday, they are giving away a pair of CCM AS 550 skates. Cannot fucking complain about getting free skates in a competition.
Nah.
So all you need to do, head over to their social media page, head over to Facebook, gloves off. You need to comment on their post, tag the name of the person you want to win it, and that person's name will go in the draw as well as your own. So you're getting 2 entries, effectively. Yeah. Share the post to your timeline. Only names and comments on the post will be in the draw. They send the skates anywhere in the UK, kids or adults size. The draw will be made this Sunday, the 3rd of March. All right. Yep. So get over to, we'll tag Gloves Off in our post this week when we put out the show. Get over to the page, all right, and get yourself in it to win it. A pair of skates, man.
I'm in it.
How'd you comment?
Yeah.
Who'd you tag?
Louis.
Fuck Louis.
Well,
speaking of Louis.
Here we go. Do you see if we brought that right in for you?
The biggest shout out of the week does not go to Louis, the Scotland international.
No.
It goes to my favourite.
My favourite.
Pal. Daisy. Daisy had her first gymnastics competition, wasn't it? It was her first ever.
I think so.
Came away with a nice wee medal, brought it up to the rink to show the boys.
That's it.
Daisy, well done, pal. We're so proud of you.
Exactly.
Better than Louis.
Yep, because we've not really seen. Well, Louis never brought any medals to the rink, has he?
No, just Daisy.
Nope, just Daisy. So, but
well
we've always
Daisy.
said that. Yeah, Daisy's always been my favourite.
Daisy's the best.
Yeah. So well done, Daisy.
Well done, Daisy. Slimming World with Stella sponsored on this day. Food for thought, Senior. Again, not a lot happened on this day because it's a leap year.
Yeah,
it is the 29th of February. However, there is a player born on the 29th of February.
Yep.
1996. So, by someone else's maths and not mine, happy 7th birthday to current Dundee Stars player, Brent Bowden.
It's brilliant when that happens. When you're born on the 29th of February, you only get your birthday every 4 years. So Brent Bowden is 7. Congrats. Yep. Happy birthday, pal.
I hope they got him some of this Paw Patrol stuff.
Oh, God.
Genuinely, happy 28th birthday to Brent Bowden. His birthday is today. Senior.
Wonder when he celebrates his birthday.
May 28th. You celebrate it a day early, I believe.
All right, okay.
Yeah. There was a lot of birthdays yesterday for former players.
Okay.
I didn't write them down, but I did remember one of them because he hates the Fifers.
Churchy.
No. You had it. Remember the chant we had for someone? A man who certainly hates the Fifers, for Edinburgh, and played for Dundee. This is a.
I can. You can't let him like me fucking names, eh? I can. I know.
Yesterday.
Martin Single.
Yeah, Martin Single's birthday yesterday. On this day, though, we had one game, Senior. 2020. So just before the pandemic broke out.
Oh, wow.
On this day, we had a home league win versus the Manchester Storm.
Oh,
2 goals by probably one of my favourite players that year, Kevin Dufour. And the game-winning goal scored by none other than Rio's man, Anthony Beauregard.
2 top players, eh?
2 very top players.
Yeah.
Senior, that's it for this week. We've had a topsy-turvy show, segments all over the place.
Oh, I love that.
You got to see your pal before Sunday. He's not happy.
So if he doesn't turn up on Sunday, it doesn't matter now because I've seen him.
Yeah. For those of you who have listened to this on Spotify or Apple or any other streaming and not watched it on YouTube, you need to watch it back on YouTube just to see Senior's wee happy face that Robert Dowd, the wee dick, was on the show again. Anyway, on that note...
we're in the sweatshirt.
Yeah, well, mine's got launched across the room.
Yeah.
Anyway, and I was going to say, enjoy the rest of your week. Enjoy your Friday when you listen to this tomorrow. Enjoy your Friday. Have a good weekend. We'll see you at the rink on Sunday. And then we're going to be again another later podcast next week because it's me on work commitments next week.
Yep.
And I really don't trust that hotel Wi-Fi after I tried to get on it on Tuesday night when I was staying there. That was brutal. So, yeah, enjoy your Friday, and we'll see you on Sunday at the DIA, loud and proud.